played at Oak Creek and have done a great job. And it's Kettle Moraine winning the tip. 11 is Scott Owens. As he tries to work it on the inside. Eric Minch inside to J.J. Weber. You'll be hearing that name a lot tonight, Jerry.
He's just a junior, and just watch the finesse that he has. He's a very strong inside player.
Just underway in this game between Oak Creek and Kettle Moraine, and Kettle Moraine out on top, 2-0. Shot from the inside. It's good. Good by Rob Hoffman, number 52.
We've got 6 youngsters out here that are 6'3" or above.
A little later, we'll be telling you about some of the new rules. As Oak Creek almost losing it. Brannaman finally picks it up. Some new rules in high school basketball this year. You might have seen them. You've been watching any college basketball along the way, so we'll tell you about them throughout the game here. Here for Oak Creek, Lazarchik puts up a shot, no good. It comes down to Weber. Check it, that's Geezy. This is Scott Owens, he'll set it up. Kettle Moraine will like to run the ball on you if they can, but with that height, they're not afraid to keep moving it. We've got a foul underneath, and they'll be on Hoffman, number 52. Rob Hoffman picking up his first personal foul.
This is an interesting matchup. Hoffman 52 on Weber, and I think the reason Coach Samiska is going with that, Hoffman is an experienced player. He was on the state tournament team 2 years ago, and he's the most experienced player they have, and I think he's matching him up against Weber for that reason.
First team foul. Weber clears it out to the outside to Owens. Over on one side. Geezy's shot is no good. Tipped out. Geezy controls out here, but taken away by Brannaman. Brannaman, the big 6'3", 235 player, has it off his own leg out of bounds. It'll be Kettle Moraine's ball. The Lasers will inbound underneath the Oak Creek basket.
Early in the season, I think you're going to see this. Now, just watch he's not very smooth right here. He's just coming off a football season, and it's not unusual to see these football players still have a little tight muscle.
So Kettle Moraine with the ball. The score is 2-2. 6:34 remaining in the first quarter of play here from Oak Creek High School. John Parcell along with Jerry Sullivan got a whistle stopping it. Traveling is a call against Kettle Moraine. The referees for tonight, we're looking at Chet Yealing and Dick Smith, the other referee tonight.
You'll see him move both feet here.
There was.
He moved his right foot and then picked the left one up before he put the ball on the floor.
At guard is Tom Hintz, 5'9" senior. It's over to Lazarchik. He'll shoot it up from 10 feet out. Has it. 4-2 Oak Creek.
Oak Creek hasn't looked inside at all. They're shooting the outside shot, aren't they, John? It doesn't even look like they're going to go inside. They're going to try to pull Kettle Moraine outside.
Working so far, we have a whistle again stopping the play. It's a foul on number 54, Lance Brannaman.
Here again, we've got an interesting matchup. Brannaman is 6'3", 235 pounds. Kevin Stacey is 6'7". He probably goes about 180. But I think one of the things they feel that possibly Brannaman, there's a great play.
That's Stacey putting it in. He just got a nice feed underneath that time, Jerry. Just put it right underneath.
There was a mix-up on defense. Brannaman got over there late, and when you have a 6'7" boy right underneath the basket, he's going to get a bucket for you.
Back to live action. Shot no good by Jeff Seaman. Comes down to Weber. And here come the Lasers of Kettle Moraine with the ball. They'll set it up again. There's the score so far, 4-4, all tied up here in the first quarter of play. On a lead-in jumper, no good that time out there by Geezy. And another whistle. We've got a 3-second violation against Kettle Moraine.
Joel Geezy is usually a pretty good outside shooter. As a matter of fact, he's the second leading scorer for Kettle Moraine, but he's thrown up a couple of hurried shots there. He's averaging 13.3 points a game, but he's forced a couple of shots.
Jerry, in the junior varsity game right before this, Kettle Moraine beat Oak Creek 44-41, and it was Stacey's younger brother and the sophomore team that hit the winning basket, stole the ball and went down court. And we've got a foul on this end. It's against Kettle Moraine.
There's three boys in that family, Kevin, Keith, and Ken.
Some of the crowd here watching on at Oak Creek. One of the guys pointing out, that's who got the foul. As they inbound it, Tom Hintz, number 10 with the ball. Well, a little daylight. He'll take it from the corner over there. No good. They're not hitting from the corners, but Ellison Weber doing okay. But Brannaman steps in, steals it away. He'll pull up short, hits it.
He sure showed a nice soft touch on that shot.
Sure had it. 6-4 now, Oak Creek. Brannaman averages 5.8 points a game. Here's the steal. Hintz got a foul, I believe, in the backcourt. Yes, on number 15, Eric Mitch.
Yep.
Get a little
it almost looked like there was something on the floor. He just completely lost his feet. They came out from underneath him, and here he got it out of bounds.
So they'll inbound it right in front of us here.
Probably saved the basket. The fall saved the basket that time.
That shot by Brannaman that you just saw did not count, of course. So 6-4. That time, knocking it away is Scott Owens, number 11. Good defense. You look over the Kettle Moraine bench. There's Dave Ruffnow. Man in the middle. As probably should be. Now in his third year as head coach of the Kettle Moraine Lasers, and another whistle underneath. And a foul on Geezy.
You know, I think
first personal.
I think, John, when you have big players like this, they have a tendency to lean on each other. They have a tendency to bump each other more often. And you'll see right here, you can see Geezy with his arm on his back.
He's leaning right into it.
Definitely was a fall.
They get it to the outside, and they're going to take it. Seaman will try to get into some better room. Lazarchuk will come up with it. No good, but a whistle underneath. Brannaman fighting for position will be called for the personal. His second now.
I'll tell you, if they're going to call him close underneath on the box out and so on, it's going to take a lot of the game away from the big men. And of course, maybe the officials feel with this kind of size, we just got to get control of it early because they are calling him very close underneath. They're not letting him doing any bumping at all.
Jerry, you pointed out earlier, we're probably seeing more teams in between two games, or more height between two teams than any other game probably this weekend in the state of Wisconsin. When you're averaging about 6'5", 6'6" on the baseline for Kettle Moraine and about 6'4", 6'5", for Oak Creek, that is not bad height in high school.
This is a young Kettle Moraine team. The two biggest boys out there from Kettle Moraine are underclassmen.
And shoots it from off on the side, no good. And now with a rebound is Scott Owens as he traps it off the floor. 6-4, Oak Creek still leads it. 4:18 left in the first quarter of play. Here's Minch, the left-handed shot from the outside, no good, over the top of the backboard. Once it hits that support, it is out of bounds to the opposing team.
The last couple times down the court, the guards have been trying to do the job. They're the ones that have been throwing the ball up. When you got those big youngsters underneath, it's best you look to them.
We're getting full court pressure now. They're going to wait with a man coming in. You heard the buzzer. They're going to make him wait to bring that player in. Now here's Hoffman. Hoffman will put it up. No good. Tap once by Brannaman. Going for the rebound is Mitch, and he's going to get called for that personal. And I think that's his second now.
Got him for coming over the back this time. If you watch, Johnny, Minch did not have good position. Came up over the back.
Oh, he got him a good one on the arm that time. Referee right there to call it.
When you're in that kind of position, it's best that you just jump straight up rather than try to reach over, especially when you're giving away a couple inches in height.
Well-scoring game so far as Sherm Smith-Micka is calling out the play on the sideline. They'll set it up. Look on the inside. Brannaman tries to muscle his way in. Good block shot by Weber. Put back up. No good. Lazarchuk finally put down by Hoffman. Rob Hoffman.
Hoffman, Brenneman, and Lazarchuk had great position on that series. All three of them were inside the Kettle Moraine big board.
Biggest lead of the game now. 8-4 as they try to feed it inside to Weber. We're going to have a jump ball call.
Watch the way they're swarming around the ball. Now look at the position here. Oak Creek has the inside position. Brenneman gets his chance for a tip. Hoffman is right inside there in great position. He gets the 2 points. They worked for that, and they deserved it. They earned it.
And we've got a timeout. Kettle Moraine calling it. They are down 8-4. Reminder, something coming up on Sports 36 next week. We move to the Milwaukee Area Conference for a game between the Washington Purgolders and the Milwaukee Triton Tech Trojans. And I'll tell you, we had these teams on last year, Jerry, and what a battle that was.
Well, you know, they're so well coached. I think Clyde Russ from Washington and Win Parkinson from Milwaukee Tech are both outstanding coaches. They've shown that year after year, and you know their teams are always going to be awfully respectful.
So that game, the Milwaukee Area Conference, next Saturday night, right here on Sports 36. Don't you dare miss it. 8-4 as we come back after this timeout. Oak Creek leads Kettle Moraine. We'll have a jump ball underneath here. And Jerry's going to see some jockeying for position, I think, because the new rule says you don't have to be set on that around the jump circle.
So as long as you don't break the circle.
And we got a whistle. They want to re-jump.
You know, I think what we're seeing early in the first quarter, there's 3:26 left, so we're early in the first quarter, but it looks like the experience of Oak Creek with 4 starters back from last year seem to have a little bit more poise right now. Kettle Moraine seems to be a little bit jittery and shaky, probably because of the lack of experience in the youth.
That's right. Kettle Moraine's only got Weber and Geezy as starters from last year's squad. Both teams with a pretty good blend of juniors and seniors as well. And a shot from the outside by Minch.
That's kind of a bonus when they get points from those guards.
His first bucket of the night. Well, he's got a nice soft touch when he can get it up there.
You bet. He's got the elbow in. He's got good follow through. It's great form for a young man.
Reminds me of Lynn Shackelford out at UCLA back in the 60s.
He just liked that corner, didn't he?
Oh, love this. Nice shot there by Jeff Seaman, number 20.
We got a lot of lefties, a lot of southpaws in this game.
10-6, Oak Creek out on top now with just under 3 minutes left into the first period. On the outside, shot no good by Geezy. Rebound comes down, Brannaman, and here comes the Knights of Oak Creek. Very deliberate dribble on the part of Tom Hintz, looking for something to develop. Ozarchik, he likes that spot out there, but he'll feed it off to Hoffman. Trying to feed it back in. Good hands by Minch as he breaks it away. And the new man in the lineup there, number 25, Dean Freeland. And what, offensive foul or a turnover there? Excuse me,
Right, call a double dribble. I didn't see this.
Well, we'll try to pick it up and find out what did happen. Watch the ball handler right here.
He called the double dribble. I don't know where he could have got it out of that.
I kind of missed it myself there. Stacey picks it up. Mitch with it, no good. Tap once by Stacey, and Weber there to follow. He puts it in. JJ with 4 points.
You know, he's got a great ability to keep the ball up. That time he got the rebound. He never did bring it down. He just went right straight up the second time.
And it's 10-8. Oak Creek leading it. Shot from the outside. Ozarchik no good. Battle for the rebound. It's still loose. Couple of Oak Creek players hit the deck. Everybody looks like they're okay, but they're going to call a foul on Minch.
Yeah, I think that was a good call. The two Oak Creek boys, Seaman and Hintz, both had the position. And Minch, he definitely came into him. As a matter of fact, it was a great block.
Right there. 3 personal fouls now on Eric Minch, and he's going to have to get a break. He's coming out and coming in as number 21, John Browning, a 6-foot junior.
Minch is a nice guard, but I think that's one area where Coach Rupnow feels he has depth. He has 4 youngsters that he swings in there, and he starts different ones every ball game.
They've only got the one senior in Geezy, and that's it. So look what they're going to have for next year. Oh,
they're a young team.
So going to the free throw line for the first time tonight is number 20, Jeff Seaman. Seaman, a 75% free throw shooter.
He led the Parkland Conference in pass interceptions, was an all-conference defensive halfback in football. Seaman's a fine young athlete himself.
Now 19 out of 25 for the season. Not very bad shooting. That is one area. There you got his stats on it for the year so far.
He plays with a lot of confidence. He's been a starter for a couple years for him, and he's got a lot of poise. He's had a lot of success. That's what gives him the confidence.
That makes a heck of a difference when you get that playing time in. And the team did have a good year last year. That helps as well. Trying to drive it down to number 25, Dean Freeland, and it goes off of him. They're saying out of bounds to the Knights. Look at those guys. Royal Oak Creek Boosters, the Royal Knights down here.
It's all part of the great high school sport.
Whistle again. Traveling is the call against Oak Creek. A flurry of turnovers down on that end.
You know, when we were talking before the game, John, I mentioned that the game will probably be decided between the guards, the matchups at the guards, and right now that seems to be the case.
We've got 1:47 left in the first quarter. They try to lob feed in a really New York type of play to Weber. No good. Weber with a determined look, but a round the back pass hits. It went off an Oak Creek player. And those fans couldn't quite believe that one, and I don't know if Hintz knew exactly who he was passing to.
This was not a very smart play. I know it looks nice, but it was a very, very poor play on the part of Tommy Hintz. And the coach Sherm Siniska got up off the bench and let him know about it.
All right, so they're moving it down 12-8, yeah, with 1.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
The Oak Creek guards are really bothering Kettle Moraine right now.
They got their own problems right there, though. Hintz called for the personal foul, his first.
This was a good play. Here again, you're talking about Tom Hintz as a quarterback on the football team. He did get him. That was a blocking foul. There was no question about it. He was looking for a charge, but it was a blocking foul. But he was a quarterback on the football team, so he's well built also.
He says, hey, in football, that's a love tap. So they got away back in the backcourt. Dean Freeland with the ball. Weber sets a pick and a whistle and a penalty or a foul call. We get into penalties here with football. Pat Burke, who just came into the game, number 14, he's a 5'10 junior, ran into the pick that Weber set, and he'll be called for the fouls. And I think they're in a bonus situation now. The 1-on-1, yes, they are. Now, here's something else, Jerry. Maybe you can point out what the new rule is around the free throw time now.
Right, if our viewers will watch, you will not see a player behind the boys in the lane. This year, Only the players in the lane can be in the free throw area. They cannot have anybody behind the lane.
And if you see now, as soon as the ball is released by the shooter, you can get into that lane, get position for the rebound.
You'll never see a in the lane call anymore. They can go as soon as the ball is released from the free throw shooter's hands.
Weber missed on the front half of the
travel.
bonus attempt, and the man who just came into the game and just was called for foul before. Burke fouled for traveling.
Chad Burke looks a little bit frightened right now, but I'm sure he'll settle down. It's a big game. He's a junior, and he's coming in a pressure situation, but he'll settle down.
Got to make it for some of the aggressiveness the other team has. And look at this. Freeland loses it. Off his foot, out of bounds.
Both sets of guards are having a difficult time right now.
I think he had a problem going around Brannaman's foot.
I think he intimidated him, right. He got out there like he was going to try to draw the charge, and he dropped back, and the ball just bounced out of bounds.
Coming down to about 50 seconds left in the first quarter. 12-8. Oak Creek leads. Kettle Moraine. Attempted steal by Freeland, no good. Lead pass into Hoffman. Hoffman will put it up. Good. Rob Hoffman, good man around the bucket now with 6 points. 14-8 Oak Creek.
Kettle Moraine did not make an effort to block the shot. They just let him go up. He's got the inside position on. They went up early, but GZ was fearful of a fall. Good play by Hoffman.
And not even in foul trouble yet. Maybe they should take a chance here. Who knows? 25 seconds left now, first quarter. Shot is put up from the outside. No good by Browning. A whistle. And what, over the line? Yeah. He stepped over the end line.
I think they call it travel. I think his signal was a travel, John.
Oh, okay.
I think the two boys came together, and he whistled a travel violation.
Got screened out a little bit on that one. Geezy will inbound for the Lasers of Kettle Moraine. Both teams 4-0 in the Parkland Conference so far. Outside, good. Basket by Geezy.
Geezy finally found the range.
As we take it down, 5 seconds left in the first quarter. They're going to have to get a shot up. Seaman with the ball. He's aware of the clock. Gets off the shot, no good. So at the end of first minutes of play, it's Oak Creek 14, Kettle Moraine 10. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hello, I'm Jim Hart, your new...
Just got underway in the second period of play here. Kettle Moraine down 14-10 as we start out second quarter. As both teams undefeated so far in the Parkland Conference, the two division leaders. And we've got some new players in the lineup, but before we do, we got a foul underneath. This one's on Lance Brannaman, and that's his third personal foul. One of the big men, Jerry's in trouble.
Well, he's a very physical player. I think if you watch him during the year, he's going to be in foul trouble most of the year.
Lazarchik, who was out just at the start of the second quarter, sat out all of 15 seconds of it. Kevin Marks, number 50, is in. He is a 6'5" junior, so they got some more height in that lineup.
Yeah, they don't drop. As a matter of fact, they get bigger when they take Brenneman out and put Marks in.
Because they go 6'4", 6'5", and 6'5" on the baseline. On the one-on-one, this is Stacey, Kevin Stacey, the 6'7" junior, and he's pretty smooth.
You know, you just mentioned, John, Oak Creek is 6'5", 6'5", and 6'4" right now. Kettle Moraine is 6'7", 6'6", and 6'3" right now. So those six youngsters are really skyscrapers.
14-12, Oak Creek with the ball. Pat Burke in particular with it right now for the Knights. And he drags his perfect foot. You can't do that.
They just haven't been very smooth. The guard play has been very ragged, and as a result, they haven't utilized their big timber underneath yet.
They've kept Tom Hintz out for a while. He's on the bench, who started at guard, and back in also is number 11, Scott Owens, who had the ball, worked it around. The 21 is John Browning. Stacey's in there. They're looking for him, but stolen away. Lazarchik. Here comes Seaman with the ball. His team up by 2, 14-12. Burke breaks it on Lazarchik. Back outside, Kettle Moraine now, back in a man-to-man. They have to really work on that type of a defense.
Both of these teams, despite their size, play mostly man-to-man. They firmly believe in the man-to-man. Both coaches just feel that that's the defensive play. Sometimes I wonder, though, when you got that kind of size, it's awfully tough to shoot over you.
They're really looking inside now. Geezy put up a shot over two players, a tough shot. Oak Creek tries to save it and couldn't quite hold on to it, was Hoffman.
It looked like there might have been contact, but the official was right on it. He got him with the body, the lower body, number 40. I think Lazarski might have got away with one there.
Probably said no blood, no foul, huh? No broken bones.
You hit him from the hip down, it counts the same as you hit him up on the wrist.
So that's where we used to play it. you don't hear a whistle, keep playing it.
But the officials are
Bump 'em
watching that
again.
upper body.
Lead, feed down into Weber. Weber on the turnaround, good. J.J. with 6 points in the game. First bucket this quarter, and it's 14-all.
It's awfully tough to stop him when he does get it low, but they haven't looked very low.
Oh, Weber gave him a little nudge from the back that time. Lazarchik's shot just won't go down. Here they come. Browning with the ball, holds it up now. Now Geezy's going to have to set up. Ball bounced off of him.
And they've got to be a little bit more patient, I think, in order to utilize Stacey and Weber underneath.
Well, they're looking inside all right, but just having some problems getting inside, and credit that to a very tough Oak Creek defense right now. They're keeping them outside very well.
Seaman is a very physical, tough guard. He plays tough defense, number 20 for Oak Creek.
And I'll tell you, Hoffman's doing a good job so far on J.J. Weber. Uh-oh, Browning almost losing it off of his leg. Looked at the referee for a moment like he might have a violation called on him. Back outside, Weber.
It almost looks like they're in kind of a delay.
Oh, leaning in. And will they give him the basket?
No, it didn't
I
go
don't
in.
think so.
No, it came back out.
Hoffman will pick up the personal foul, and for Rob Hoffman, that'll be his second personal.
You notice we're seeing a little bit of different change now. Moraine is becoming a little bit more patient. They're making a few more passes, and they're looking inside. Here you can see J.J. Weber with the inside position. No way they're going to stop him. He has to follow. But prior to this, the guards have been trying to carry the load, and they really don't have to.
Weber's first shot goes down. He has not been doing real good on the free throws, Jerry. 39%. Maybe picked it up with 1 on that one. He is now 10 out of 20, about 10 of 25, actually. And give him another one, and his Kettle Moraine, I believe that's the first time they've been in front tonight.
That might be the best thing to do to it, J.J. Weber. Follow him, put him for the free throw line.
Oh, nice move on the inside. Look at the bodies hitting that ball on the hoop. They're really hitting the backboards now, trying to go after that rebound. Finally, Seaman says, all right, let's just settle things down a little bit. Come on, Burke, get through here.
You notice a different, look at the change here. Kettle Moraine's in a 2-1-2 zone.
And they throw it away as they try to move it down to Lazarchik. Yeah, it is really getting rough underneath there now. Let's try to get a shot out. Here we go.
Watch the rebounding, or look at the jumping ability of these big men.
That was a nice
there.
move by Lazarchik, too.
Coming up, Weber.
Oh, was that Marks? That was Marks.
That's Marks.
As we come back down to the other end, live action, Lazarchik picking out a missed shot of one of the Kettle Moraine players. And they could tie it up with a basket here. 4:40 left to play in the first half here from Oak Creek. John Bartell, Jerry Sullivan, glad to have you with us on the season opener on Sports 36. Here's Burke. Burke hits it. Maybe that'll get some of the rust off of him.
He got the benefits of the big men. The big men went up and knocked it away from each other, and he picked up the bonus.
It's got to be a confidence booster as he hits that, following it up.
He's just sitting there waiting. Good position, nice fadeaway. Nice
Good
job.
body getting away also. And a foul. Burke picking up his second as we come back down to the other end. 16-16, and Kevin Stacey going to the free throw line. Stacey, one of the better free throw shooters on this team, 67%. Oh, actually 42%, I'm sorry. I'm checking Owens' figures, I think. Some of the cheerleaders from Oak Creek looking out across the way.
He's a nice-looking ball player.
It's that one. Good touch for a big man. And Kettle Moraine back on top, 18-16.
Stacey's father played at South Milwaukee about the time that Jay Schauer, the great player for South Milwaukee that led them to a state championship in 1952.
You weren't coaching there then, were you, Jerry?
No, I was just a youngster then. I was still in high school.
52. I don't even. I was just around that year, I think.
We might have some viewers out there that might have been around watching basketball at that time.
Yeah, 18-16. Kettle Moraine out on top by 2. Under 4 minutes to go in the first half of play now. Oak Creek with the ball. Hoffman not finding much room here. Lazarchik likes that shot, about a 10-foot shot, and he's got it.
He's a nice shooter.
4 points for Lazarchik, John Lazarchik.
You know that
We saw him, his brother, Tim, in the state championship.
he's on the Easter Seals All-Star team, too. That
Yes, we did, 2 years ago. And here's Weber on the turnaround. Weber in the game with 10 points.
It's just very difficult to keep a fellow like J.J. Weber controlled.
And we got a breakaway, and oh, what a nice block by Weber. He soars. scored. High to tip it away, and here comes Owens. Owens trying to get it through heavy traffic, has it taken away. Lazarchik, oh, he turned it over, nothing called. He'll put it up good. I sure thought he turned that one over, but I'm not the guy with the striped shirt and the whistle, so who might have thought? Nice defensive move as Seaman stepped right in front of number 21, John Browning. Forced it to go off of him out of bounds, and it's timeout. Kettle Moraine with the score, 20-20.
I'm really impressed by the quickness that the Oak Creek guards are showing right now. I think Coach Ruppnow would like an explanation from the official.
I don't know if we got that play on replay. If we do, maybe we'll try to bring it to you a little bit later, but Dave Ruppnow is not happy with that last play.
You know what he's asking about, John? He's asking about the call you made, the carry.
Let's see if we can pick it up. It was Lazarchik. It was a beautiful steal by Lazarchik. Here we go. Take a look at it.
This is one
Tell me
here.
if he turns it over right there.
You know, I don't know.
It's tough to say. It looked like his hand might have been straight. I'll have to correct myself on that bit.
It doesn't make any difference if he dribbles the ball high as long as he doesn't bring it underneath and roll it.
Exactly.
He did seem to keep the hand on top of the ball. That was a great shot by our cameraman.
Coach Ruppnow, why don't you come on over and take a look at our monitor? I'll lead Crow on that one. Ruppnow was wondering about that one. Here's the play where Oak Creek had a breakaway. Oh, excuse me, this is the one on his turnaround.
I tell you, they haven't stopped.
Some nice one.
They haven't stopped Weber when he's got the ball inside. He's gotten the basket for him.
They're playing really tough on each end of the court now. And Bird, double dribble is the call as he got it caught on his leg, his upper thigh. And that young man has created a couple of turnovers, and I think he's just got a case of the jitters right now. He's
more of a rebounder. We saw him get the rebound back.
He did a nice job on it. I think we're going to have a replacement for him. We've got number 35, Steve Pease, a 6'1 senior into the ball game now. Pease is number 35, so watch him. He's got the ball underneath, tries to get it in. He's got it slammed away. And Lazarchik said, yep, got him.
This is a great play. He had his hand on top of the ball on this one, too. Just watch this timing.
Did he know? He knew he was there.
He had the ball all the way.
He ate leather on that one. 20-20 with 2:41 to go in the game, or the first half of the game, I should say. And another turnover for the Lasers of Kettle Moraine. Lazarchik on a feed into Seaman, and before it, we've got a traveling call. And Terry Peterson, our statistician, is trying to keep up with all the turnovers. Watch this one.
Watch Seaman give the pass. He drives to the basket. Simple give-and-go play, but he got a little shuffle in there.
2:27.
There have been a lot of violations, a lot of travel, a lot of double dribble.
We've got Kettle Moraine so far, unofficially, 14 turnovers, 12 for Oak Creek. Nice shot from the outside by Browning. Number 21, John Browning, connecting for, I believe, his first basket of the night. Yes. And it's 22-20, Kettle Moraine. Look at the pressure they're putting back on him out here. They're playing a little trap defense here. As soon as that man gets it, he's got just about two players. Now they drop back into a different defense. They're trying different things out here tonight.
Yeah, they've been switching off a little bit. They play very little zone, but they're in a 2-1-2 now.
The man just into the game, Tony Zizik, number 22, throwing it away. This is Owens with an easy shot underneath. And a 4-point spread for the Lasers of Kettle Moraine, 24-20.
Dean Freeman has to get some credit there. He made the big steal. He came down, penetrated, and made the good feed off to get the assist. So he was the one that was responsible for that.
Hammered by number 21, Browning, is Jeff Seaman, who gets up a little slower after that one.
He got his money worth in that fall. That was a good one.
Some coaches say if you're going to foul him, make sure you foul him decent. Let's take it down to the other end if we could on that last play on the other end. Look at that nice pass.
Freeman really did a nice job on it. He made it very easy for Browning. He put the pass right up there, shoulder height. He didn't have to bring it up from down below and laid it up there for a nice basket.
Here's Seaman to the free throw line now. Again, about a 75% free throw shooter. Misses on this one on the first end of the bonus, though. Weber there to bring in the rebound. Lazarchik coming in and knocking away, or check that. That's Marks. No, they're going to call it the other way. Browning's foul.
I don't understand this call. I don't understand this call.
I thought he was set. Well, we caught just the tail end of it that time, but now they're going to call it on that man. It's second personal for Browning.
Lazarchik comes in for the steal from behind.
Are they going to say Marks that was, number 50? Coming into it until they'll send him to the free throw line. Kevin Marks, the 6'5 junior.
You're right, it was Marks. This is kind of
but
a
it was,
I think that was I think that was cheater's proof. He missed that free throw.
I haven't heard that one for a while. Ball last touched by a Kettle Moraine player. Oak Creek will inbound it as Rupp now. Rupp now looking on. Attempted steal, no good by Freeland. And a steal. Here comes Browning. Browning will hold it up. They've got Owens wide open. Too much off the backboard. Too high on the shot.
I think they've got to start looking more to J.J. Weber. They've got to look inside. They aren't even looking.